Hello and welcome to the show. I am here today on GTA 5 with another versus the army, although my vehicle is a rather crazy one. This is the Stinger Dragster. It's kind of essentially a funny car, and we are going to be trying to outmaneuver the army with this. Now, I have tinkered around with the handling file a little bit. I have drastically reduced the steering because, well, a dragster wouldn't go around corners particularly well, and massively upped the power because, well, they should accelerate like crazy. It has got a mighty wing at the back. It's got, well, kind of two engines. I'm not quite sure how that one works. In fact, if we... are we gonna... There we go. We can... It doesn't quite do a proper flamethrower, which I'm surprised about. But, yeah... There's a lot of power there, there's a lot of silliness, and I'm going to try and outmaneuver the army with it. Now, you will notice I'm starting off by the docks, which is unusual. Reason being, with this, if I start off by the research lab, this has got so much speed, we can just fire it down a motorway, go in a straight line, and we will be away. We can just fire it off road, and yeah, we will be away. Oh, God, I forgot about the crazy levels of power. It's a little bit tough for the wheels to stop spinning and for us to find some grip. We managed to get through the tiniest of gaps. Right, we've got to be careful. Well, yeah, I don't have a huge amount of steering lock. We can still get into a lot of trouble. Oh, there we go. We're fine. Use all of that mental speed. And then we're on the brakes again to dodge them. Yeah, by starting inside the city, we've got to deal with a lot more of the technical aspects, a lot more tight turns and so on. Oh, relatively early on. It makes it a little bit more challenging for me. I can't just use blinding speed completely. Can we go... I think we could probably launch, or certainly go underneath cars, maybe launch them if we have got the speed going forward. When we're from a low speed, we just get a lot of wheel speed. In fact, can we go... yeah, we kind of can. I've got to be very careful with the throttle, even with a relatively large amount of grip from the rear tyres. We're not going to go underneath that one there. That's not so good. Come on, there we go. Find some grip, that's the ticket, and then we can go to full throttle, and then we'll do 130 miles an hour. It's 130 almost immediately inside the city. It is a ridiculous thing to try and drive. As far as outmaneuvering the army goes, I don't know if this is going to fit into a car park with the wing as big as this. Might do. Possibly. Maybe. Storm drains would probably be our better bet, really, for getting away. Because we can dive down one of them and just use blinding speed. Oh, that's 170 miles an hour. Got to get on the brakes there. Also, why have the police... Hold on. Why have the army made a roadblock on the tram lines? I know I was driving down them briefly, but surely that's not going to end well for anybody involved. Well done, army. Oh, this is silly. I've got no turning. At 100 and something miles an hour through this city we go once more. I kind of want to get 200 miles an hour inside. Oh, good God, we've made a plane, and now we got on the brakes somehow. Actually got that stopped. Good thing the brakes are pretty good. I mean, I'm not sure dragster brakes will be quite that effective. We need a parachute on the back. Well, we don't need a parachute on the back because this thing gets stopped so well, but we should need a parachute on the back to stop it from, well, 200 miles an hour in a couple of seconds. Even a parachute won't do that one. I don't actually know what the rate of deceleration is by a parachute. Oh, don't come across there. Truck! Ah! Oh, no, I was hoping we might go underneath that one. Ah! Now we're going to get shot at. Ah, we're going to get run over. Even worse. Michael, get up. Oh, we're dead. Well, attempt number 1. Not quite gone the way I had hoped. Well, trucks might be a little bit of a problem. Well, simply containing all of this speed is a bit interesting when it comes to driving through the city. Really? You're going to... I don't know. There's synchronized moving going on. Yes, walk toward... We're playing a new game here of... Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's not a good idea, is it, there? It's not a good idea to try and... Oh, crap. This has taken a decidedly different turn. We're using the back of the car to smack pedestrians out of the way. Go on, back that way. No, back the other way. I'm supposed to be taking this against the army. Instead, yeah, now you're just going to go the same way as the other chap. The other guy had the right idea. He ran away. Yeah. Turns out fighting with a funny car is not a particularly good idea. Right, let's get the... Well, now the army have a reason to try and chase me down. Let's be honest. Now, we're going to try and not get crashed into immediately. We're going to try and not spin the car out immediately. And we might, oh god, head toward, I think the storm drains. I do think the storm drains are going to be our best bet here. Anywhere else inside the city, I mean, like car park probably would work. Although this is going to be such a nightmare to try and get up a car park, it's probably going to, or it might potentially struggle. I shouldn't say probably, I don't quite know. What I do think is that storm drains, we've seen quite a few vehicles get away in the storm drains if you can time it right. And with the level of speed that we have available in this, timing is going to be far less important. We can just jump in a storm drain and absolutely floor it, and we'll soar past just about everything. I'm not sure I want to go out that bridge again. Let's okay, although this one here is not exactly looking fantastic. However, we are relatively, there we go, we are relatively okay, and there was spun it round. Bugger, bugger, bugger. There is not enough downforce from the mighty wing, because there's crazy levels of power. If it does get wheel spin and I steer it slightly wonky at the wrong moment, and it just goes, and it's so snappy, there's nothing you can really do about it. Oh god, it's quite difficult weaving in and out of traffic. No taco van, why? Why taco van? Oh. Oh, of everything. Of everything, why would you do? I mean, admittedly, he was being helped quite a lot by an army truck, but still, there was no. You should have fought back. We know how good the taco vans are at fighting back against the army. Right, we've actually made a right turn, or the right turns to find ourselves at a storm drain. Now, let's jump down here. We kind of probably want to race up in that direction and then head back down the other way, because they're going to spawn cars in front of us. We'll see how fast we can get up to in the storm drain. Oh no, we have got out of the... we got out of the wanted radius briefly. There was a quick grab of reverse, and we did actually get it turned around, which is nice. God, dodge the wrecks of cars. Now, we head up this way. I know they're likely to spawn cars ahead of me, so we're not probably going to be able to get away over here. Yeah, they're spawning. I'm going so quickly that we are physically seeing them spawn in. But what we want to do is, if we turn around this way, then we use our blinding speed. If anything spawns in front of us, it is never going to be able to get turned around in time. That's a tent. We've found a very, very, very strong tent. It's a very sturdy construction tent. There's also the slightly weird glitch with the car's bodywork being duplicate. I don't know, when it falls off, it kind of creates a duplicate of the vehicle. Not quite sure why or what's going on with that. I've seen it with a few mods from time to time. This isn't quite where I intended on putting my car. I'm not sure that this is quite going to work. I don't think we're far enough away from, well, road and army people. No, we're not. No. It was worth a try. I guess we don't really have somewhere. Oh, a nice corner to hide around. Hello, don't mind me. Oh, he jumped over. Bloody hell, he jumped over me and then tackled his friend into the bridge support. That's quite spectacular. I mean, that drain there probably would have worked a little bit better. In reality, the best place for us is probably going to be, if we can get on the brakes, get turned, a little bit of handbrake, but not too much wheel spin, otherwise we spin out and crash. Now, we sneak our way along here. Then, if we go sneak our way up to probably this part over here, reverse, 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 and then we kind of sit here. That line there is a train line, so there are not going to be cars, there are not going to be people on that, so we can sit here okay. I think the army, they might come across the road above me and climb down. It's whether they're going to get to me in time that's the bigger question, and I'm pretty damn secure from all angles over here. That blinding speed down the storm drain is something that the army folks cannot quite live with. Let's face it, not exactly surprising when we can do 180, 200 miles an hour in a matter of a few seconds. The helicopters, the cars, none of them stand a chance. Even with our lack of steering, we've still got absurd acceleration, or absurd enough acceleration to get away. Potentially, yeah, there we go, we have done. Okay. We have managed to, in fact, we outsmarted the army to the extent where there's a car that headed this way. Oh god, we got the front a little bit stuck on the floor. Yeah, we have just got such ridiculous levels of speed that the army don't really stand a chance of catching up. Certainly not easily. Oh, where are we going to? Oh, this is where we pop out. Okay, cool. Did not know that particular part of the map. Even inside the city where the car is likely to be a little bit... Wow, look at that. Sorry, who cares about the Stinger beating the army. That is a thing of pure beauty. Hold on, we must go and do something with this. No, don't want guns. You can't shoot such beauty. Now, if we go away, text. I don't care. No, text. Go away. All right, we must take a selfie with the wait, that one. There we go. Right, no, Michael, you're facing the. Oh, you're a moron. Go on, spin. Oh, for God's sake. Maybe if we face that way. There we go. It's the joys of GTA controls. Bloody hell. Right, there we go. Okay, right. Ugh, don't get run over by a truck. Right, we probably still standing. No, we can stand a little bit further away. Come on, this will be an amazing picture. This video has not become very much about the army anymore. I will be honest. Right. There we go. Look at that. Fantastic. That is that might be the greatest find I think I've ever had of random modified cars around the world. That's amazing. Anyway, we've been distracted enough. Shall we go and climb Chiliad? I think we should. Well, dragsters do have a half-decent track record of managing to get away from the army. We're not going to be incredibly mean to the random AIs. We're not going to be incredibly mean to the random AIs. We're not going to be incredibly mean to the random AIs. No, they're just going to climb up and walk over my car. That's fine. I was really, really hoping that they were going to fall into the water, like so. Yeah, I had to use a little bit more input than I had hoped. I wanted them to just walk straight forward into it when I started spitting fire, but no. Well, either way, they're swimming. We're going to go and run away from the army again and try and do Dangerous Road, Chiliad, and possibly get away from the army as well. Become one of the very few vehicles to be able to manage all three. Now, we have the speed, undoubtedly, to climb Chiliad. Whether we have the control, I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Dangerous Road, my bigger concern is that we have got a very, very large overhang at the front, and that may well get stuck. Ooh, didn't really think about there being a gap in the motorway there. We've got... We just have to grind to a halt because we don't have the turning circle. It's awful in this car. Where are we going to go? Where are we going to go? No, I'm not sure if I can get past that way. No. There we go. We can kind of brute force it to an extent with the barracks. We've just got such a huge amount of power that we might be able to cause them some issues. However, yeah, it's I didn't really want to go up here. I didn't want to go off-roading any more than I absolutely have to. Oh, we're going to land on some cars. Almost pit maneuvered a truck with a flying dragster. That is not something you say every day. That is not something you say every day at all. Thank you for that one. I was just trying to figure out what turning I need, because I've taken a slightly wonky route around here. In fact, yeah, we're taking a really wonky roundabout route. But I tend not to visit this part of the map very often. So we will head around here, and I think this will loop us down towards the sort of casino racetrack area. There we go, through there. There's going to be a gap just about exist for long enough there. Speed! And then immediately on the brakes once we got past... We needed speed to get ahead of the barracks and then brakes to make it past the... Was it the manor or something? I don't know what it was. It's kind of all going by in a blur at this moment in time. A blur of speed and, well, understeer, quite frankly. Now, again, use the speed, 160 miles an hour. Ugh! There's an army guy probably wisely shooting at me rather than trying to chase. Chasing's not really going to do a huge amount when you've got a vehicle like this. Oh! I didn't know which way he was going. I really wanted him to commit so that I could find a gap to aim for, and he didn't, which is always a problem. Right, now, if we turn... Thank you for going past there. Oh, no. Bad things. Massive oversteer from the dragster. Well, we should get a good bit of a speed run now as we're going to jump. Hopefully clear. There we go. Clear the dirt. Onto the motorway we go. Launch the stinger down here. But we're going to have to immediately jump on the brakes because otherwise we're going to, well, be killed. You saw us get flung out of the front when we hit a side of a truck, and I don't really want to be doing that again. There we go. We're past 200 miles an hour. Good luck, army cars, making it across, although I do actually have to still manage to steer myself. We've got so much speed that army's vehicles are going to spawn in so quickly that if I do keep going in this direction, then I'm probably never going to get out of the wanted radius. I can, though, of course. Oh, God, the understeer. I've had to go on the brakes there, and again, this is crazy. It's absolutely bonkers. I don't know how I haven't had a huge wreck. If I wanted to get away from the army, it'd be very easy to with this level of speed, because I am getting out of the wanted radius and then immediately going back in it again because I'm just travelling so quickly. So if we can... Oh, if we don't die from a crash like that, if we can do Chiliad in the dangerous road, I think we can get away from the army very, very easily. However, doing both of those tasks is no easy feat for a vehicle. It's a lot of fun going incredibly quickly down the motorway. Again, we're up towards that 200-mile-an-hour mark. I have no doubt we would probably hit the game speed limit. There's about 330 miles an hour. Come on, turn, please. Look, you've got all of the wheel spin. Why are you not turning, goddammit? Yeah. Sometimes it just snaps and immediately spins you out, and then other times it doesn't want to turn at all. It doesn't want to oversteer at all. It will just sit and spin. Right, the army are still giving chase at this moment in time. Dragster, well, we are going to climb this mountain. Now, we have the power to take pretty much whatever route up here that we want. We might not quite have the traction to do too horrendously dumb things, but it's going to be pretty damn good. GTA doesn't really care whether your car is all-wheel drive and so on when it comes to climbing a mountain. As long as you have absurd amounts of power, roll over the odd army jeep, you're probably going to be okay. Hello, barracks. You're going to smack that rock, so we're going to be safe from you. There's another barracks here who is going to do some things. A cargo bomb. Well, if a cargo bomb picks me up, I don't know what happens to this this chase. It would be amazing. I don't think they fly with the hook down, unfortunately. It would be amazing if they did, and that is a thing that could happen. You know what, guys? We're going to just let you do your thing. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? No, you're going to make a real nuisance of yourself. Please roll out of the way. Come on. Roll out of the way. Thank you. Now we can go. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, indeed. That might actually be my bigger fear of how we're going to die in this, is an army car rolling and exploding. That is probably the most likely way we're going to die. Right, speed! Speed! Then carefully does it, because I don't want to suddenly launch this miles in the air. Oh, wow. That was some decent aiming. I mean, he's pinged off into the distance now, but it was some good driving from the Messer. Barracks there also causing me a little bit of trouble, but nothing too bad. The power in this thing is absurd. If I am slightly careful with the throttle, we're going to have no issues. If I'm a moron, we will just spin the wheels all day, but just a slight bit of care and we will be fine. We could do with you not being there, army vehicle. Thank you for not having the grip. Thank you for not having the grip at all. Thank you for you sliding out of control. Launch it with some power. There we go. We're good. We're good. We'll brake for you. This is about predicting where the army cars are going to be, and they are about the least predictable thing in GTA 5, so it's not the easiest of mini-games we're kind of playing at the moment. This one rolling, a barracks came hurtling towards me, taking an interesting line up here. We are going to get to the problem area, and this is where cars can get confused at Chiliad. I say get confused, this is where the best cars get stuck, or can potentially get stuck. Now, we have got blinding speed that can be used to our advantage coming through this narrow point, because there is no other options. We can't go round it. We can't, take an alternate line. Oh, thank you, helicopter. That's actually saved me. I cannot believe I'm going to say this, but the helicopter there actually saved me. Quickly. Okay, we found an alternate route. That's not normal. However, due to bouncing off the front of a Crusader, we have got ourselves through the narrow bits, and if we'd waited about 30 seconds, there would have been, or not even 30 seconds, waited about 10 seconds, there would have been no cars, and we would have been fine. Anyway, there's a Messer camouflage. Oh, there's a Messer and a Crusader having some fun time in a bush that I don't really want to know about. We're going to climb up here. The lack of steering, I mean, the terrible understeer, or terrible steering lock, is not actually affecting us as badly as I was expecting it to, even on Mount Chiliad. We are doing relatively well. The dangerous road might be another story. It's the confines of the dangerous road that I fear will get us into trouble. Whereas here, on almost all parts, I do have an alternate route I can take. This has got to be really careful with bouncing around down like that. That is a surefire way of getting yourself into trouble. Somebody else has exploded. Oh, I don't know how I stayed on the course there. That shouldn't have lasted. Oh, there goes the back of our car. We've got one of our engines exposed at the moment. We've not got the turning at all to deal with this segment. That's fine. We'll just sort of throw it down and again use sheer force. Use sheer force. I don't know how many bullets the engine will take, whether the fuel tank will rupture, whether that will leak. I think, okay, we are starting, I think, to smoke slightly. It's not terrible smoke yet, but we are starting to. Yeah, we are. That's not so good. That's not so good at all, and this might be a troublesome corner. We're going to have to grab a reverse gear. There's a Jeep rolled over. Thank you, Jeep. Rolled over. Oh, they have got the fuel tank. We're going to make it over Chiliad. We might make it down the other side. Oh, no, we set fire to ourselves. Uh-oh. Well, I think we might as well go Geronimo! We're on fire in a dragster. Oh, we've exploded in midair as well, and we're like a cluster bomb with our... with that dragster. We made it up Chiliad. However, the dragster's perhaps slight lack of strength, and I think that its lack of turning meant we were quite slow in places getting up Chiliad, and that gives the helicopters plenty of opportunity to fill you full of bullets. A lucky shot from one of them, and bye-bye fuel tank. Once it started going, the dragster spits so much fire, it's always likely that it's going to set itself ablaze. That, though, is going to be it for this video. Much fun messing around with crazy fast vehicles. I will, as ever, put links to all the mods I've used in the description, so you can download them, have a go with them yourself. But thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.